It's your boy, Golden Mouse. So I first of all want to thank everybody for watching this video. This is my first ever YouTube video. I am new to the game. Looking forward to getting started on here, sending out content to you guys. My channel is mostly going to be based around anime and manga. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I might branch out, do some reactions, might branch out into comics, Marvel, DC, that whole nine there. But yeah, I'm sure most of you have noticed the kind of dark, empty background there. I like to call it my murder shack background. I am currently filming out of an external shed, so it's a little bare bones right now, but as time goes on, you know, as I make more videos and as time passes, I plan to fill this out, make it look less murdery, and hopefully get a full thing going here, make it a little studio. But yeah, and if you guys have any ideas as to how to do that, please drop it in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, all right, let's jump right into it. So what we are talking about today is the newest chapter of My Hero Academia, chapter 293. I've seen a lot of people do reviews on manga chapters, you know, and one of my favorites is Chibi Reviews. He always has a really good comprehensive, basically he talks about the chapter, does his own spin on it, tells you what he thinks about it and everything. I'm gonna do something similar there. Hopefully not exactly the same. We are looking at chapter 293 of the My Hero Academia manga. Newest chapter just came out today. When I read it, I was floored. So number one, as if you guys are up to date on the manga you saw last week, Lemillion is back. Mirio Togata back with a vengeance. He is coming in, and the last chapter came in with that power, and he's back. We actually find out now that it was Eri who got him his powers back. At the very beginning, it shows how he's basically when he shows up there, he's all in his costume, all in the splinter. Does a little flashback there. Talks about he basically went to Eri and asked her for her help, you know, how he knew that she had been practicing with her quirk, using a little bit of the energy, and she was working on lizards. Shows this great panel of like a lizard and it's growing its tail back. Really cool stuff there. Basically, what I'm assuming is she used, like she did with the lizards, just a small amount of energy to turn him back enough. He's only was out for about 6 months. So about like she was able to control enough to get that 6 month rewind time. The thing is, what does this mean for the manga going forward? Awesome. I am so glad Mirio's back. He's one of my favorite characters. So such a pure-hearted dude, like awesome quirk, and not a quirk that's like, oh, look at this obviously awesome flashy quirk. No, something that was like borderline useless that he worked his ass off to make into something. Awesome guy. So now that he's finally back, is this going to be a kind of like a panacea? Is Eri going to be like the cure-all now? Is she going to be the okay? There's nothing anymore that has any, you know, lasting effect. Okay, for example, Midoriya right now, his arms, legs destroyed because he's been going at 100% when he should have been. Is he fine now? Is he really going to lose the use in his right arm like Recovery Girl told him he was going to back in the day? Or now that Eri can rewind things, is she's going to be able to rewind that back and he's fine? Is it going to take the dramatics out of it? And I don't think that it will. I don't think that that's the direction that Horikoshi's going to go with it. I think that it's going to be, because she's a little kid, so it's going to be like anything else. She can't, I don't think it's going to be something she can do all the time, or I don't know how he's going to work it, but I don't think he's going to use that cop-out. I don't think he is. If he does, he does. You know, this is his manga, obviously, his thing. But I don't think that's how he's going to go with it. Of course, could be wrong, but I think he's going to put some stipulations on it. There's going to be some, you know, like I'll use a Naruto reference, like the freaking Mangekyo back before they made it, you know, what it is. If you use it, you went blind. It was this awesome power, but the more you used it, the more you lost your sight. And then, of course, before they gave the internal Mangekyos and Susanoo and everything else, and that became that. But it's got to have a drawback. It can't just be let's rewind that, rather we're gonna have Prime All Might running around. He's back. Everything's fine, guys. But I don't think that's gonna be an issue. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I'm glad he's back. Next thing, my boy, Bakugou. When I first started the My Hero Academia manga, My Hero Academia anime, I hated him with a passion. I didn't think there was any redeemable, he was one of those, just automatic, just hate characters. I thought there was no redemption, there was no anything, he was just garbage. And dadgummit, if Horikoshi has not made me love this little anger ferret, he's so, and he comes in the big way. First of all, a couple chapters ago, when he literally sacrifices his body to save Midoriya, gets stabbed by when All For One takes over Shigaraki and sends the name escapes me, but I'm sure someone will put in the comments. Sends the stabbies the stabbies at him, gets him chest, stomach, everything. He's out. You think he's done? He comes in a big way, out of nowhere. Explosions flying everywhere. He's popping in, all wounded. And it flashed back briefly to when he saved Midoriya a few chapters ago. And he says, the explosions I made then, I had never felt anything like that. That moment of life or death. And then it shows him coming in here and he's just blasting Nomu after Nomu, coming through, doing his thing with the last bit of his energy. And he saves Lemillion, gives everybody, the heroes, a break who are getting land blasted by these advanced Nomus. Oh, it was satisfying. Oh, and we finally get his hero name. He's not just Bakugou. He's not Lord Explosion Murder. He is officially now, which honestly I kind of prefer Lord Explosion Murder to this. His name is Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite. Which, it's very Bakugou. It's a very Bakugou name. And at the end of the day, it fits him. That's a Bakugou thing. That is him. It had to be something extra, something obnoxious and wordy, I guess. Just something that is, because everything that is, because what is he? He's loud, he's abrasive, he's look at me, explosive, and that's his name. Loud, explosive, look at me. And you just feel like you have to say it. Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite. It's just you just have to exclaim it. There's no halfway on it. But because it flashback to really goes back, because when he interned with Genist, it goes back and it talks about how he explained to him about what a hero name is. Once back when he was Lord Explosion Murder, and then he just went to Bakugou. That you didn't know anything then. He didn't know anything then. That's what Genist tells him. So you need a hero name that encapsulates who you are and what you are. And now you don't know who you are. You don't know what you are. And so now when he finally comes in with Genist' back and he finally says, now that you're back, I can let you guys know. And it truly goes to show even in the short time that Bakugou worked under Genist after the sports festival, back during the original intern arc, how much that affected him. And you don't see it immediately, but I think that what he taught him kind of stuck through it. The whole, you can't be a thug. You're not a thug. You're a hero. Act like it, And I think that while it didn't take root at first, I think it slowly helped work with him over time, into where now he's coming into his own. It's not just a guy who wants to win, but a guy who wants to win and save. And I just think that the turnaround on him, I started hating him. He's become literally one of my favorite characters in the show. Just purely on character development alone, one of my favorite characters in the show. Because once I hate a character, I hate a character. It's very difficult for me to get away from that. And Horikoshi has totally changed my mind on Bakugou. Totally changed my mind on him. He's my little murder ferret. He's my guy. He's my dude. So after that big reveal, it flashes over. Dobby, formerly known as Toya, which was the big reveal a few chapters ago, and Shoto, the two Todoroki brothers battling it out. And basically, Dobby is winning. He's got him. He's got Shoto in a bear hug, and I love it in the actual a panel. It says it's got the little sound effects of glump, you know, because he just grabs him in this big old bear hug. It even says glump. I chuckled. It was funny. But he's gonna basically he's going full on cremation. He's gonna burn him to ash. He's taking him out. And everybody's distracted. Everybody's busy. And this is, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because what I'm about to say. We get to see a little bit of ingenuity by our boy Deku. His arms and legs are shattered right now. He's just on the ground, unable to move. But he sees that that Shoto is over there fighting Dobby. He sees it's not going well. He's like, everybody else distracted. I've got to help Todoroki. So he proceeds to use Black Whip out of his mouth, and he calls it Froppy style. And just like a tongue just sticking out, grabs Dobby, throws him away. So, and then of course, Dobby comes, this is a family matter, stay out of it. And then of course, Deku's got to have one of his speeches, one of his, hey, I'm a hero, I got to be involved speech. And he, you know, the classic, you know, it is my business. Todoroki's my friend. Of course, it's my business. He gets in there and he just starts yelling. You know, he does that. You know, it's your power, Todoroki. You know. You all remember. You know. It was wonderful and corny all at the same time back in the sports festival. But there's a moment. When he's talking to Dobby's talking his trash, you know, of course, bad-mouthing Endeavor after everything he did. And my boy Deku does a callback all the way to the sports festival. And I really liked what Horikoshi did there. He says, well, and you're not Endeavor. He says, you're not Endeavor. Which is a callback, of course, to where for the sports festival, he went up to Endeavor and said, Shoto is not you. And I'm not All Might. You know, we're your own person. So and essentially he's saying the same thing that he said to Endeavor to Dobby now, that Endeavor is himself and you are you. Where you are today, what you're doing now, this is not Endeavor's fault. This is your fault. You made these choices. You brought yourself to where you are today. You are responsible for this, not Endeavor. You know, you are you and he is he. You can't blame all your issues on him. Just like he can't blame all of his issues on you. And you just see that in the next panel is just you see half of Endeavor's face. You just see in like the shaky broken test. He just Midoriya, because he knows, because he remembers less than a year ago whenever he was, you know, not nice Endeavor, but pre-redemption Endeavor, I should say, and he cornered, you know, before the sports festival. He cornered before the sports festival, and Midoriya laid it out back then and then proceeded to wake his son up. See, this thing is, Endeavor owes Midoriya a lot, okay? It owes that boy a lot. and of course, he talks about, Midoriya goes on to talk about how Shoto's his friend, Endeavor is his mentor, who he cares a lot about. So, of course, he's going to continue to fight for him, stand up for him. Well, then, who should wake up but Gigantomachia, the big man. He's up, he's about to throw stuff down. It's about to get crazy. And after that rousing speech from Midoriya, you see Endeavor, after he finally shakes out of his Dobby revealed stupor. And he flies up, he's going to take Giganto out, and all of a sudden, he just falls over. Gigantomachia, not Endeavor. And it flashes back. My boy Red Riot, Kirishima and Momo and Mina back in chapter 280 when they got him with the sedative. It took 13 chapters. It took 13 chapters for this sedative to come back into play, but it did, and he is out. He is on the ground. Things are looking up. Heroes are winning. Beautiful. And I had completely forgotten about this sedative, and I feel like an idiot because I did. completely forgotten about, you know, like the 5 chapters of them trying to get this sedative in his mouth, and that awesome fight between him and Mount Lady, and anyway. But yeah, the sedative, it came back in, and he's out. He's out, and things are about to get real. Things are about to get serious. It flashes back, of course, after he's out, flashes back to Mina, Momo, and Kirishima. They're standing there looking all heroic. It's great. Great chapter. A lot of stuff happened. What I want to kind of get into now, what I kind of want to expand on is, where do we go from here? You know, this battle's going to be wrapping up here. It's going to be wrapping up soon. How much is Horikoshi going to pull into the area? How much is going to be lasting effect on Deku? You know, he's shattered. He's broken. He's destroyed his body, and of course he did it willingly to help out, to fight, because he believes he only can fight Shigaraki. But what is the consequences of this? You know, what is the consequences on Endeavor of everything that's been shown now? I mean, a lot of what Dobby says is going to end up being discredited, I believe, because of the fact that Genus is back. But there's going to be something. There's going to be some kind of repercussions from this, and I'm extremely curious as to what they're going to be. Of course, I just want to see how this battle ends. I want to know if anybody else is going to die. I hope not. I hope not. And I am totally one of those guys who never wants to see a character death, because I get attached. I love these guys. I love these dudes and dudettes. They're the best. Like, when Bakugou got stabbed, and of course they're not gonna kill Bakugou, he's the main rival, but still, I had that moment like, please don't do it, no. But they didn't. He's alive. He's cool. I am pretty sure that we're actually going to see a fair fight between Shoto and Dobby. I wish we would, and because I feel like I understand that Dobby's got cremation and is also, but I feel like Shoto would kick his ass. I'm sorry. I feel like it's not going to be even a contest, because Shoto's got the fire and the ice, so he's gotten relief from Dobby's flames. He's got the fireproof and the ice to help glue everything down. To help, like he is the perfect combination. I don't see why he wouldn't win. But I really just want to see Dobby get his ass kicked. And I get a lot of people like Dobby. A lot of people, because, you know, he's the wounded Todoroki, and, you know, he was hurt so bad. But I'm sorry, based on everything I saw, they never treated him like a prince. Like, and he loved him more than anything else. But he's just so mad because his Shoto got more trained. Like, shut up, dude. Like, shut up. I'm sorry. I don't have much sympathy for you. Endeavor was a messed up dude, but Endeavor was messed up dude to Shoto more than anybody else. I'm sorry. He was harder on Shoto than he was on anybody else. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. Toya's kind of a crybaby. Dobby's kind of a little bit. I'm saying. I'm not. A lot of people love him. I'm gonna get hate for that. I know I am. I know I'm gonna get hate for that. But I have no affections for Dobby. I think he's a total. I think he's a wuss, dude. I think he is. My daddy was mean to me. Let me go murder people. That's Dobby. That's Dobby, dude. If his whole motivation for being a villain is, Daddy didn't show me enough attention, Daddy loved my brother more, and he literally incinerated innocent people after that, just murdered people because Daddy was mean to him, that's absolute bullcrap. I'm sorry. Dobby. Worse than the house elf Dobby. That's what I'm saying. That's still a good Dobby. Anyway. But yeah. Chapter 293 in a nutshell. That was it. I loved the chapter. I'm looking forward to what's next. I loved doing this video. I genuinely, this is really fun. Like I was nervous. I was nervous before I got started, but this is fun. And maybe it's just because I like the sound of my own voice, which is a real possibility. But I have greatly enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. If you did, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. If you didn't like it, Please like, subscribe, drop a comment. I can do better, I swear. Give me another chance. I promise. Please. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to know, I want your feedback. Your feedback is what helps me get better. I appreciate you guys and gals. You're the best. I don't even know you yet. I'm going to get to know you, all of you. Just wait. Like I said, I'm going to be your boy. Give it time. Golden Mouse, signing out. Adios.